Crystal just got a telescope for Christmas and wants to know what they can see, and they're in Oklahoma. So, first of all, here's a sample telescope. This is my Model 1. If you have one, take much better care of it than I have of this one, right? So, what you can see is going to depend on the type of telescope you have, and mostly on what the aperture is right here. So the opening tells us basically how much light the telescope can collect. And the purpose of a telescope is to collect light. Now, this is a refractor, so most likely, Crystal, this is what you got. Although there are reflectors as well. The other black one back here behind me, that's a reflector. We'll talk about that another time. That works with mirrors instead of lenses. But these work just like our eyes. So the light passes through a lens, and we actually have a lens right behind our pupils here. So the iris, the colored part, that basically controls how much light goes through our lens. It hits the back of our eye where the retina is, that sends the signal to the brain. So with a telescope, light comes through here. It's going to go down, and you can adjust your focal length, and then it's going to go to the eyepiece. Now, with something like this is pretty typical. This is a 70 millimeter. You're going to be able to see, even from a bright city, you're going to be able to see incredible detail on the moon, on lunar craters. You should be able to see the 4 Galilean moons around Jupiter. If you're really, really patient, you may be able to see some of the bands and zones around Jupiter. You'll be able to see the shape of Saturn's rings and spot Titan. You'll be able to look at Venus and Mercury, see the phases there, be able to see Mars. Mars's moons are going to be way, way too small for you to be able to see that, but with a lot of patience, you may be able to see the polar caps on Mars. Also, you'll be able to see more stars than you would be able to with the naked eye. So there's a lot you can do with these, but do not expect to get this sort of imagery that the multi-billion-dollar telescopes that we've got in space can see. But it's amazing, and I hope I'll do more of these, but I hope you get a lot of chances to look out, to practice, and clear skies.